Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Timberborn. My name is Max, and today we are starting a whole new settlement. And this one is gonna be called uh, Beavice, named after Venice. And basically, the idea for this one is to use this archipelago and not make it an archipelago anymore. So the idea is basically to use a lot of scaffolding where it's on their pathways. Yes, here we go. It's basically to use these platforms to create this place where we build a lot on the scaffolds while we use all of the green areas for stuff like wood and food and all that stuff. So let's begin, shall we? First off, we need to make a couple of flags, like so. Why do all the beavs come out of that side? There. Let's also immediately just make a stockpile for them. Okay, that is almost wood done. Still need to mark all of this area as wood cutting. There we go. And there we go. Then, second, we need a couple, or well, we need one berry farmer. And of course, an area where we can store them. And we need a water collection area. And of course, a water collection area or storage area. There we go. I also want to immediately already build all the way to here. And basically the idea is to uh, build a carrot storage area and a efficient farmhouse, simply so we have actual long-term food capabilities, since the blueberries quickly evaporate. Beavers are very hungry. There. So now we're gonna wait to see them work. I also want to already start working on a couple of these. There. Another thing as well is the inventor, although might not want to do that there. There we go. Basically, the reason I did that was because I do need a place where I can actually move onto the platforms once I've built them. You can't. Well, I can remove the slope, but I don't want to really do that. Now, for the bigger plan, I need to start thinking about how I want to do my natural basin, basically the place where I store a lot of water. Which basically these areas are going to be really integral to. Basically, I need to figure out if I want to place dams here, which would fully block this place off so that no longer water flows here, or if I use dams so that the water can still flow. Now, of course, I can't close all of the gaps with the leaves, because that would basically just cause a lot of spillage. It's a good thing to think about. I'm gonna just quickly make another lumberjack. There. Like so. And now we simply just wait for the colony to start up a little bit. While we think about what we do with these caps. And what's this? A relic. Ancient technology can be demolished for a burst of science. Okay, good to know. Uh, and then another thing I need to worry about is the bad tides. Because of course I don't want the bad tides anywhere near my main area. And that's basically what this area is going to be here for. I basically want to make it so that I have a couple of these floodgates. Basically, like right now, where normal water comes through, I just put them all the way down and all the water flows here. And if I put them up, it stops flowing into here. And all the bad water will just simply flow all the way around here, all the way out of the map. And since most of this area is already affected by bad water, it doesn't really matter. Now, of course, I do have to also deal with all these random islands with bad water sources in them, which is going to be fun. Oh, there's an underground ruin there. So I'm also going to probably have to make sure that this area is going to be not filled with water anymore. Unless I find another area with the ruins in them, so I can do metal. But I don't think there is another mine area. Ooh, free power. Interesting. Yeah. Let's just fast forward a little bit. I'm gonna be setting up a lumber mill here for the planks. Like so. And so. And then once that's finished, we can start building houses on the scaffolding. And the scaffolding itself, of course. We have enough technology points to build leaves. There. So now all we do is build leaves and build dams. And then the same thing here. And with that, we're gonna have a first area blocked. Well, we're gonna have our first area be somewhat built. And basically what I want to do right now is build a couple of things here so that the area here keeps... What I want to do is basically build then a couple of platforms, which I'm gonna need to wait for more tech points, and basically fill it up like so. Yeah, first route. There was just no way for me to already build a thing here. To build a basin here that worked. But we do have this water pool natural, so maybe that will help. What I will do though is do that. Probably should have done that earlier. There we go. Because droughts mean we need water. So that's why we're building more pumps. Man, you'd think I would remember those names. But even though it's gonna be, well, even though this area is gonna be fully dried out, we can still continue building. So it doesn't really matter. Although, I do want to maybe move the district thingy here, because, yeah, I know. Oh, I see that one of my beavers is hurt. Let's build a grindstone. We probably have more than enough water for the first drought. The first drought's only like 2 or 3 days long, so most of the times. Now the thing is, do I leave enough space so I can do something like decorations? And basically do this thing where I built a roof on top of it or something, or a fence. There's a fence. I mean, I could. Think it would be funny. But I think I'm just gonna do a... what are they again? Platforms. We have the points, good. There. And like so, let's build the platforms. And let's build some additional housing. Yeah, this is neat. The natural basin here does actually help quite a lot. Hmm. We have a couple of natural basins. No carrots in there. The farmers are not doing their jobs. Oh no. Yay! We can deal with the chip thief. Oh no! The planks are limited now. So, as you can see, we ran out of trees, so I had to build a forester. It's always very important to just grow out your renewables. Make sure you always have them. Probably should have turned this island into a tree island though. Maybe. I'm not sure yet if I should. I don't think this would be better for food, but we'll see. Anyway, here you can see somewhat what I was talking about earlier. Basically, have the lodges for the beavers there, and not sure about this path. Maybe I will trade it out for the fences later on, but for now, it will do. And that's basically the same thing I want to do here. Build 2 more platforms, or well, 4 more. And make it so that the beavers can live on top of here, rather than down there. Oh, dang. Uh, I need to pay attention to when they are finished building, because I do want to remove all of these. But, yeah, no, it's just... You need to pay attention for that, and I didn't do that, so I keep having more beavers. And I do actually need to really pay attention to that, because again, the more beavers I get, the more food I need and the more water I need. Oh, wait a second. Right. If you plant trees, you should also put them on the wood cutting list, if you're meant to cut them. Oh no, there's no water. Well, there's water here, but none of the beavers are grabbing it. But yeah, next part is going to be here. Going to be building the same construction as I've here over here. Just maybe without the trees so far. Without the cottages so far. Oh, as you can see, I removed all of the housing on the central island. And I moved them all onto the platforms. Really neat. So now we have a lot of space, especially also here. And I do want to start turning this into a farm area. Shouldn't have been that hard to say. Okay, but first things first, I do want to remove the district at some point. And we need a 3x3 for that. I totally didn't do a miscalculation there. But yeah, I want to do this. I'm gonna basically build a new district over here. And that's basically gonna be my main district. This is gonna be, yeah, the centralized district that's gonna connect all the other districts. So I want to make sure I have all of the storages here. So when I go down here and I make like a couple of underwater farms, it actually also moves all of the products from the underwater farms into here, so it can move it all out again. I also want to move the farmhouse to on top of here. Now I did already unlock the double platforms, which are just too high platforms, but I can't build them really yet because currently my production of planks is not that great, as you can see. And I also need less work. I need more work in the district. But I also should be increasing my berry farm. Again, it's like, at the moment, it's just a lot of materials required to build everything. Alright, the center platform is done. And now we just go to district management, build the district center. There we go. And we're gonna be renaming this district. Yeah, let's just call it Central Beavice. Sorry, I should call it the right thing. Central Beavice. No, that's not right. It's how do you say it? Venice, Beaver, Beavis? I really don't. Fun names are fun to make, but really hard to actually say right. Let's move everyone from. No, I need to do this the other way. District 1 to Central. There we go. So now I can delete that path. And if I now add the path here, everything should be working again. There we go. And now there's no one in this district, so we can just delete the old district. And now we have a new district. Cool. Beavers, I do need, workers in the main base. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's another drought, and it basically caused all of the water to be empty, so that's why I now also have a couple of extra water tanks. I always set the time to 24 hours work days, because then they work overtime, so they replenish all the stocks. But I always forget to turn it back to 16 hours as well. Anyway, so we still have a couple of things to do now. We have to build another set of leaves here, and then dams all along this. And then the same thing still has to be done here and here as well. But I'm gonna leave that all for next time, in which I'm gonna develop this area into actual farmland and turn all of this into woodlands, so I actually have a actual amount of wood to work with. Because right now wood is a little bit of an what do you call them again? I've used the word many times and now I just forget. So dumb. It's a choke point. There we go. It's currently a choke point, although I do have enough wood, so I don't understand why they're not building already. Yeah, planks are also a little bit of a choke point, because they don't produce that many. And one's platform already requires 6, so I can place one platform every 6 hours. Not even 6 hours, it's like one. No, it's 1.3. It's 5-ish hours. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoyed. I'm really excited to see how this playthrough of timberborn is gonna go. I'm really excited to actually create this beaver Venice. And if you liked it, please leave a like and a comment down below. And if you like my content, then please subscribe. Anyway, I hope to see you all next time. Bye!